what if you're like, what if I'm just sitting here by myself? This is like actually like a Fight Club type of thing going on.
I've been trying to convince you for the longest time that that's what's happening. You are in a simulation.
I'm just by myself.
I am Jack's liver, or however he says it.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I am Jack's will to live.
I actually need to see that. I need to watch the movie again.
You should. It's a good one, man.
We can probably rest it on this, no?
Oh, it's been going. The mic is on, right?
Yeah, the mic is totally on.
Perfect.
Totally.
Perfect. So we should be perfect. We should be perfectly good. Iliad was watching. Thank you for watching, Iliad.
What's up?
We are live from the basement of my mom's house. Just kidding.
Or you can set it up. I don't know where to put it.
The live camera.
Yeah, the live camera.
Well, that's why we got the primes, right?
There you go. This is not getting in the way of this. No,
No,
I don't think
we're
so.
fine. I don't think so. I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation, and I am addicted to Robitussin. I love y'all for real. With me, as always, is my brother Gray Zach. Say hello, Gray.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy
Christmas
Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Hanukkah, whether it's with an H or a CH.
Hanukkah? Does they spell it different?
Some people do. I've seen it spelled both ways. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little unorthodox. We threw this episode together at the last minute just because it was Christmas. I know we look fly. We were just at a Christmas party. Oh, funny story.
Oh no.
So we're walking out of our corporate Christmas party, and there were these elderly ladies. Elderly? Well, they weren't that old. Some ladies checking us out, and on the way out, I overhear them going, "A redhead and a black."
Oh, there was a black and a redhead. Black and a redhead.
What are we, Pokemon cards? I'd like to share with you guys a funny Christmas story. You down for that?
I'm down for it.
All right, so check this out. When we were kids, we were really, really poor, believe it or not. When we were kids, we were really poor. We knew that around Christmas time, we were probably, not going to get what we wanted to get. So me and my little sister, God rest her soul, rest in peace. Me and my little sister got into the bad habit of shoplifting. And so we start stealing all kinds of stuff, and we have like this trove of items that we've shoplifted hidden under our bunk bed and in our closet and stuff, you know what I mean? And so one day my mom catches us and finds all the stuff that we've shoplifted, and she tells us, "I'm going to take all this stuff back to the store. You guys are screwed," right? And so me and my little sister are like, "Oh my God." And so we're like waiting all the time for the cops to show up. We're going to go to jail, blah, 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 blah. Because we're kids, we forget about it after a while. And then Christmas morning comes around, and there's all the stuff that we had shoplifted that my mom said she was taking back to the store.
So she gave it to you as presents?
As presents. Exactly.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
So funny. It was amazing. And then we confront her on it. We're like, "Isn't this just all the stuff that we stole?" And she's like, "No, I went and bought everything that you wanted for Christmas." Cool.
Well, speaking of early childhood memories.
Early childhood
memories. Do you remember, like, your mom ever telling you, like, "Oh, the moon's made out of cheese," or...
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like, that was always said, and just like, oh, like, you can go up and take a bite out. That's why it's a crescent, but...
Right.
You watch it go through its phases, and it does look like cheese, kind of, but is it really cheese?
It does. Why did they think that? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, actually. As a kid, like, that was... Yeah, it is cheese.
It's actually cheese.
Let me get my other phone. Let's Google this. That's weird, though. The phrase, "the moon is made out of green cheese," was used as a proverbial expression to denote something that is obviously fake. The idea likely stems from the fact that the moon's craters and shadows were once thought to resemble the mold patterns in a wheel of cheese. Do Americans believe the moon is made out of cheese? Everybody knows that the Earth's moon does not, in fact, consist of dairy products, so where did the myth that the moon is made out of cheese come from? Though the idea that the moon is made of cheese has been around for millennia, it's doubtful that anyone ever actually believed it, at least not academically. Speaking of cheese, did you know that there's like, 1 million pounds of leftover government cheese supposedly in caves across America?
So I've heard of the stockpiles of cheese, of all the government cheese or whatever. Like, the biggest one is in Massachusetts or starts with, it was one of the states starts with an M, but it's either Massachusetts or somewhere else. But it's one of the biggest stockpiles. But we have 1 billion pounds of cheese that is just the hardest, densest cheese that you can't melt or anything else like that. It's just in caves and freaking warehouses. The biggest one, either Minnesota or Massachusetts or something like that. The largest stockpile since January 2019 was documented in July 2022. Exceeds 1.5 billion pounds in storage. In 2022, the average U.S. consumer ate about 41.8 pounds of cheese, according to the market search analytics. Statistics. Statista.
Oh my God. So the largest stockpile since January 2019 was documented in July 2022 and exceeds 1.521 billion pounds in storage. In 2022, the average U.S. consumer ate about 41.8 pounds of cheese, according to market research analyst Statista. That translates to 5+ pounds per capita consumption rate over the past decade.
That's too much cheese.
That is insane.
You could build a freaking multiple houses out of cheese.
How much? Oh, here we go. How much cheese does it? 1.4 billion pounds. The U.S. government has a cheese stockpile of 1.4 billion pounds, which is enough to build the Eiffel Tower twice.
What?
Jesus. This started in the 1970s during Jimmy Carter's presidency. Have you heard of government cheese before? Yes. No. It isn't money, but actually cheese. 1.4 million pounds of it, to be exact, stored in a cave in Missouri.
In Missouri. Oh, I was saying Minnesota.
No, you were closer than I was. I was like Minneapolis, Minnesota. So there is actually cheese in the caves in Missouri. That's insane, dude.
Yeah. I remember a lot of cheese.
I remember government cheese. We would get it in a food box from, well, it was welfare, but back then it was called commodities.
So I wasn't alive for this time.
Yeah, I know.
I was not alive for this.
I'm old. In 2 years, I'll be 40, dude. Are you serious? That's insane.
I mean, I'm 31. I'm about to be 32.
You look it. No, I'm just
everyone says I look
That's
younger.
A rough 32, bro.
I'm 31. It's a rough 32.
Oh, you're 31. My bad.
Yeah, 31. I'm going to be 32.
So, anyway, government cheese, back then in the commodities box government cheese was like a perfect cube, dude. It was insane. And it was like, probably a 5-pound block is what it says, but it was like a perfect cube, and it was in a white box that said the U.S. federal government on it. And then it turned into a rectangle like years later. I don't know what year that was, but, you know, they should put a jersey on that cheese.
But yeah, like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, well, people will say that you can only make grilled cheeses and macaroni and cheese with it.
Oh yeah, dude, it doesn't melt in the microwave, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it turns into like a solid plastic. It'll melt supposedly, and then it turn into like solid. Like I said, this light just went out. Oh my God.
Died.
My freaking light went out. It's also in those government food boxes it was like a coffee can size of fucking tuna fish, dude. It was insane.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God. Like, and your parents, I swear to God, like Hamburger Helper, I didn't know existed without tuna fish in it. Like, my whole life, and I was like,
so the different brands of Hamburger Helper came from those things, didn't they?
Probably
because.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know what I mean?
Like, even looking into that, because like I was saying, like, the reason that there's so much government cheese is because of all the milk that we had.
Yeah, they were backing dairy farmers.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch. Yeah, because it's like, it takes a while to produce milk, so like we'll pasteurize it, hold it for like a long time. Now we have too much milk, so let's make all this freaking cheese, and then now we don't know what to do with the damn cheese, so now we give it away. What do you think?
Well, do you know why that's crazy? Is because I remember watching on the news. I don't know if it's blacklisted or something on the news that they dumped like 8 million pounds of government cheese into the ocean.
No, that never happened. So
see,
a guy on the thing was saying, like, he said he wanted to do that. However, they ended up stockpiling it instead because that was a smart thing to do. Yeah, but they were literally the government was contemplating on dumping this cheese in the ocean, but that didn't happen. We ended up saving it instead and use it for like government programs like the commodities and what is it called now, welfare.
So it never goes bad, obviously.
No. I mean, stuff in Utah, Deseret freaking...
Dude, there's this other place, like that. Yeah, Deseret Farms. Do they got cheese that doesn't go bad? I love the Bishop Storehouse, by the way. That's the best food you'll ever eat. I swear to God. Hard-working FLDS children. put that food together for me, and I'm gonna respect them, damn it. Oh my God! No, I swear to God, the Bishop Storehouse. If you're not from Utah, that's a whole nother thing. Oh yeah, we should do an episode on that. Even God, I could go off on that for days. So, so there's this other place. Okay, that's what I was saying. This other place called Gosling Farms, dude, and they produce milk that does not go bad. I was at my mom's house one day, just rummaging through her cabinets and stuff, and I was like looking at this milk, and it didn't go bad for like 5-10 years, and I was like, how is that even possible? Do they not like what is pasteurization?
I mean, it takes out all the bacteria in it, but then does that kill like the...
Named after the man Willie Pasteur, of course. I have no idea.
I was saying that real? Because I really don't know. I really don't know if it's real or not.
Dude, that reminds me of when I was a kid. Like, do you remember Lynn Elementary?
No.
So Lynn Elementary, they tore it down. It's been demolished ever since, and I swear to God, like, I don't know what the official reason was, but it had to be because like so much crazy shit went down there. Like, oh my God, do you know what the fluoride program is?
Yes, I do know about fluoride and stuff like that.
Fluoride, bro. For those of you who don't know, oh my God. So, I swear to God, it was for the poor kids only for some reason. And at the time, it seemed like, at least to me, that all the poor kids, if you were a poor kid in Ogden, in Utah, you were like forced into the school programs. Like, for example, I was put in the Big Brothers program after school, and I absolutely hated it. It was the worst and weirdest thing that I've ever done in my life.
I remember like the Big Brothers program. That was like you have like someone that's like assigned to you, and you like have like them visit.
It's like some 26-year-old doing community service because he got caught with a DUI or something.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. But the fluoride program, that wasn't my time. But I do remember being told about it. I think.
So the school nurse and like a counselor would come to your classroom, and they'd administer you either tablets that you would chew, I assume, or liquid. I got the liquid, and we would switch the liquid out and spit it back out. But that's not even like the weirdest part of this whole experience, dude. Like, the whole time you were being administered this fluoride, every week or so often you would get tested. And you weren't even tested by the school. It was like these people coming in from outside, like wearing, as a kid, it's the scariest thing ever.
Like a physical, like, test, or like tested as in like...
No, like, okay, like you would do a test, like an IQ test, like like an ink blot test, like a Rorschach test, dude, seriously.
What?
And they were administered by these people not even from the school, like black suit people. Like the guy was wearing like a Dick Tracy hat, smoking a cigarette, horn-rimmed glasses, comes in, and he's like, I swear to God, and I remember it to this day. Listen, he starts off the conversation and he goes, I want you to remember 3 things: a book, a car, and a watch. And after this conversation, I will ask you for those 3 things. Yeah, and I remember to this day, dude. And I'm like, okay, so, and then go through the whole testing. But that wasn't even the weirdest part. On top of that, totally bizarre, like once a month or once every other month, your parents would have to take you for testing outside of the school. Here in Ogden, it was at a place called the BHI, the Behavioral Health Institute, which has since been demolished and replaced with some, like fancy apartments that are way too expensive. And then, but I went to the one in this place called Tremont, in the town Tremonton. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, there was just this crazy old hospital that we went to, like a Gothic old style building. Just developed the weirdest trauma as a child, going through this fluoride program and being tested by the Men in Black once a week, dude. Seriously.
That's freaking weird.
And then, do you know what a sensory deprivation tank is?
Yes, absolutely.
When I was 11, or however old I was, 9, 10, 11, I was like floating around in a sensory deprivation tank, and I was like a really fat kid back then. So I'm floating around all fat in the sensory deprivation.
Just taking fluoride and floating in tanks.
Man, I haven't thought about that dude, we unlocked some core memories here tonight.
Oh, interesting.
I'm happy about this.
Fluoride. I mean, now has it always been in toothpaste or no?
I don't know, dude. That's the whole thing. Like, apparently, let's suppose, like, there's a bunch of conspiracies.
There's like a whole bunch of conspiracy about it, but I thought it was like to have that, because fluoride's a metal, right? And I thought it was to like coat your teeth to protect it from all the other outside things that you put in your mouth, and sugar and blah blah blah. The thing is, I don't know what fluoride is for or why they use it.
I know that supposedly if you swallow too much, it'll affect your pineal gland and all that. Your
pineal gland.
Or whatever the 9/11 doubters believe in. Shut down. 9/11. I think that's a good episode. What do you think?
I think it's a good episode.
Yeah.
Actually, what do we got going on? We got stuff coming up soon. So
Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely. January 19th at Funk and Dive. Shout out Brandon Breadman, gonna have us on. And then February 7th, right?
February 7th.
In Idaho Falls at the Gem. Shout out Grim Dickens. And
That's awesome. This one's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it is gonna be awesome. That's Mac Lethal and Gorilla Nems, the guy who says, "Bing bong. Hey, Joe Byron, take me out to dinner, babe." You ever heard that shit?
Yeah.
It's so funny. Bing bong, fuck your life. And then he says, "Don't ever disrespect me looking like a, I don't know, like a
because he has like the president
Walmart brand Howdy Doody or something."
Yeah, Howdy Doody. Yeah.
with Elton John / Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on.
Yeah. No, he's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, he's awesome.
No, Mac Lethal though.
Mac Lethal's amazing.
Mac Lethal. So, Tom McDonald, that one. Tom McDonald dissed him, and then Mac Lethal got back at him on like another YouTube video. But sorry, this is probably going.
No, I want to hear this.
So,
actually.
You had Tom McDonald versus Mac Lethal. Mac Lethal drops the diss track on Tom McDonald.
Right.
And Tom McDonald came out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys remember. Like this is like.
I used to be friends with him on Facebook.
2019, 2018, maybe.
Yeah.
I think. And he just blew up on YouTube. He's got the black contacts in, and he's got the freaking
long blonde
hair, and he's dancing on a cop car, freaking saying, "This is America," blah blah blah, like blah, blah, blah.
This is America.
Not like freaking Childish Gambino, nothing like that. Love him, but hate Tom McDonald.
Love him, hate Tom McDonald.
And all these other weird rappers, like these niche cliche rappers, came out all at the same time, like Dax. And
I don't like Dax.
Dax is weird. He does that weird clown thing every
He's
once
from
in a while.
Canada too,
and he dresses up like the Grinch and freaking.
I'm just teasing. I love Dax, dude. I'm just joking, but I think he's from Canada.
I don't know. I think he's cliche, like how Hobson is cliche.
I don't like Hobson.
So I mean, they're all in that.
Actually, I do like Hobson. I'm a liar, but I get what you're saying.
Hobson,
they're all. I get the category that you're talking
category.
about. Absolutely, dude. Like after Eminem, and then after Tech Nine, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, I don't know."
Now, I was saying all to say, like, I like Mac Lethal, and I like what he said back to Tom McDonald. I can't summarize
Mac Lethal's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
We're going to do a show with him February 7th at Idaho Falls at the Gem. Shout out Grim Dickens. Love y'all for it.
Well, that's what I was trying to say,
yeah. And then February 24th, back at Funk and Dive, hometown show for... the show is called I Wish That I Could Be Like the Cool Kids. And it's for a music video shoot, performances. Going to be sick. We're going to film some scenes for our music video, Moon Boots.
Moon Boots.
Fuck yeah.
All the way.
All right.
All right.
Now that's a good episode.
That's good.
Merry Christmas, guys. Love y'all
Christmas.
for real.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Spelled with an H or a CH. I don't know what I said earlier. That was kind of dumb. But okay. Love y'all for real.
Love y'all for real.
Let's fucking, yeah.
Black shirt.
Black shirt.